This is a good Halloween game system.
That's true. It is. All right, y'all. Who wants to tell us what happened last time? 1,000 years ago. Again.
Ghost of Christmas Past from the future.
Thousands of years ago.
Thousands of years ago.
Y'all went hunting.
We made it back to Mort is what happened,
Nope,
right?
that ain't what happened.
Ah, fuck. I mean, darn. Nice
So
is this the
Butch
woods?
had an errand that she woke me and Patch up for, and it was to hunt a particular dinosaur, which was basically a really juiced up raptor. So after some shenanigans of Butch pointing a gun at first Shrek, waking him up, so he thought that was an offer for coitus. That's just how frothers are.
Well, you should make him roleplay it.
What, the coitus?
Yeah.
Ew.
No, thank you, Perry.
This isn't that kind of show, right?
I'm not super interested in doing a sex scene with Simon. As much as I like him, you know.
It's fine.
I don't know if that's what the people want, you know.
I get that a lot. It's fine. But anyway, so after some shenanigans involving disrobing and being bonked on the head by a rifle because no horny, we set out for this creature. We tracked it down, and the three humans, are Archie and Click, took Butch up to get a sniper's nest. They were failing to get their sniper's nest. So meanwhile, Patch and for Shrek were on the ground looking for the dinosaur. And Patch goes, "Hey, I have an idea. It hunts these things that are burrowing through the ground. So maybe we should make some noise and get its attention." So for Shrek goes, "Yeah, I like that idea. Shoots an explosive round into the hole."
And you got its attention.
Dinosaur shows up.
Mm-hmm.
For Shrek got into melee with the dinosaur, and the sniper shot never came, so he just had to kill it with his fucking sword and lose his armor in the process. The whole time getting chewed on like a dog toy, but thanks to the power of drugs, he's fine. Well, drugs and ebonite healing.
How many doses do you have left, by the way? I was thinking about that today.
I've got like 10 rush and like 12.
Okay, so you had kind of stockpiled up a little bit. All right,
because Reggie bought him some too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Reggie got me all this ultra violence.
Ah, yes.
So
the enablers.
It's an enabling if it's how you do your job.
Let's see, yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys are all terrible people.
Speak for yourself.
I mean, I'm a very terrible person, especially in this game. Anyway, so we killed the dinosaur. There's some arguing over me being stupid fighting the dinosaur, when really I was just trying to distract it. While you assholes were supposed to shoot the thing, you just never shot the thing.
You're not very good at distracting.
Yeah. I'm also not very good at distracting. I think that was the session before that. So
yeah, that was previously.
Yes. I'm apparently not very good at distracting. I will either not distract or just fucking kill the thing.
Timing needs work too.
Yeah. And then we figured out Dr. Manhattanzilla, the Lonnie, super powerful ebonite apex god lizard, might be coming towards our base. So that's where we left off, starting to prepare for that.
That's pretty accurate description, pretty complete. So we'll go ahead and get things going. It is later on in the evening because you went out in the morning, and you've been trying to make assorted preparations to get things ready. And it is, once the sun goes down, it starts to rain again, pretty violently so. Heavy rain, loud thunder, lightning. While you are inside the Terra 15 camp, the samples that you took from the creature that you destroyed are being analyzed. And then after a considerable bit of analysis, as I try and adjust the picture for our friends at home.
Oh, yes.
After a considerable bit of analysis, Sonora comes out, and she has results from the creature, which state that it has been that the amount of ebb activity within that creature is significantly larger than in the previous ones. It is saturated, she says. She's like, this is unlike anything that we've ever seen before. I mean, there are Ebons who wouldn't have this sort of result, and even so, it's not usually ingrained in their blood and their tissue like this. It registers in a different way. She shrugs. She says the phenomenon that these creatures seem to contain this is amazing, and if it seems that the smaller or that the larger the creature is, the more concentrated the flux seems to be within them. And she has like a small container that you can tell has like a piece of flesh from the creature like in it.
It's odd that if they're so imbued with flux, we haven't really seen any flux abilities from them.
She says, well, these creatures are so primitive that they may not be able to calculate the ebb in any reasonable way like we can, but it could be reflected in their strength, in their agility, in other abilities that they may have. She says, it's possible. So then, as y'all are conversing, Butch kind of called from the back. She's like, so who's going to eat it? Sonora's like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
Butch said, well, it wasn't a good idea last time, and you still fucking did it.
Yeah, but that was a small one. This one, who knows what it could do to you.
Well, I had its blood go inside me. I haven't exploded yet.
Yeah, but that was like licking a 9-volt, and this is like licking the refrigerator plug.
This is like eating a 9-volt.
No. I got like all of it. Pretty sure my mouth was open a few times.
Oh, the one that we just killed?
Aye.
Do you feel any different? What number am I thinking of?
Maybe we should test on for Shrek to see what the effects of whatever happened to him are? Question mark?
Sonora's like, it's worth continuing to analyze, although if he didn't... She kind of narrows her eyes. Did you consume a lot of the creature's blood or just get it on you?
I was inside its mouth, stabbing into an artery while screaming. A lot of blood got in me mouth.
She nods.
I saw the whole bloody thing.
She says, well, based on the samples we've done, it appears that the majority of the readings we're getting are from the muscle tissue. So you might be... The fact of your father heritage would indicate, or is a pretty good sign of why you seem to be unchanged. But we should certainly keep an eye on you, as we go forward.
Alright. Well, I believe there was a giant god monster that might be approaching. I'm gonna be in the basement making explosives.
Does anybody else do anything? Have any other questions? Take any other preparations? Anything like that?
Like, I'll help you with the bombs.
Aye.
I probably can assist with that. With any technical stuff that needs to be prepared.
Alright.
I'd be watching the scanners to see if there's anything approaching, or so that we can be alerted as soon as possible if something is approaching.
Okay.
I'm going to get as battle ready as possible without armor while we're working. I'm ready to just run and gun if it happens.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't really have any spare armor for you, do we?
Aye.
Sonora sets like the sample down next to her and continues to kind of try and run it through her diagnostic tools, scans, things like that. She's like, it's giving off a consistent bit of energy, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is or what it might be. It's like it's still almost like it's still alive in a way.
Maybe it's a homing beacon. And we're all fucked.
Or it reproduces asexually, and the piece turns into another
It's just
creature.
gonna come back. You got a big fucking flux dino in your goddamn living room.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, it'd be a small one, and then it would grow.
Oh yes, okay. See,
I mean, I use the flesh, or I use flesh to regenerate flesh. That's how I heal all of you guys, is, enhancing your regenerative ability, your natural regenerative abilities. So,
Click, what are you up to?
I think I'm checking over my weapons and trying to stay out of the way.
Okay. So we've got Archer for Shrek and Reggie in the basement making explosives. Patches up, and Click is just cleaning his guns. Okay. So the three of you in the basement, you're starting to kind of put together. There isn't a lot of materials here for bomb making because it was never really part of the plan. So you're trying to basically find whatever sort of chemicals or materials you can to make anything. While you're doing that, any conversations you have, you are in private currently, so I don't know if that has any bearing on what you want to talk about.
Get that message out?
Well, I sort of did.
Okay.
They just have to pay attention to it. I kind of had to sneak a little thing in there so that Grealish didn't notice.
Oh, yeah. I hand Reggie all 4 doses of Mind Numb.
Oh, you might want to hold on to those just in case, as we had discussed before, what's her name? Sonora, when under stress, sometimes can become violent, so we just want to be aware.
Okay.
Next time I go on vacation, I'm bringing a bloody pharmacy.
I don't know how much time we have, but we could still try to send another message, but it's going to take so long. I don't.
As the three of you are downstairs, and even the people who are upstairs are working, you hear kind of far off in the distance a rumbling, which you at first kind of dismiss as thunder, but it sounds a little different. It's still low and rumbling, but it doesn't match like the typical kind of cadence of thunder. It sounds unusual.
Ah, fuck's sake, can you give us 5 fucking minutes?
You think it's the monster?
Ah, it's a fucking
Probs.
monster. Ah. What's in that bottle? Taste it. Ah, that won't work.
Do
Bloody
you
paint
want
thinner.
any kind of role for like creating anything as far as like a technical role or anything? Or
So
I
in terms of this, it's actually probably going to be more of an explosives role because you're actually constructing, like, it's the chemistry of putting together the explosives versus like the wiring of them. So if anyone wants to give that a crack, then feel free.
I have 2 ranks in it.
You're the man, because I
Don't
don't.
blow yourself up.
Again. Crap. How's the system work? Okay. So
Unless you
2
destroy your armor this time.
so 2 ranks is 4 dice.
Yep, 40 tons.
Okay.
I have to re-download the book.
You have to re-download the book. Why?
Because my computer is old and annoying, but it's not taking that long. I just have to get back to
Okay.
the skills page.
Control.
Usually I have
And you get what's the bonus to that?
Plus 3.
Okay.
So I have 1 skill die success.
Okay, and then your success die was a success as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you scrap together enough to do the equivalent of let's pull up the explosives here. You're basically gonna get like a grenade's worth of explosives that you'll either be able to kind of throw, or you'll be able to set depending on how you want to arrange that.
Right.
So it'd be the equivalent of a DA-90 frag grenade.
Alright. Just like the ancient frother, her recipe of methamphetamine. Just missing a few steps.
Any more
Okay, so
planning discussions down in the basement? Anything like that?
Like, well, I actually have a couple of concussion grenades, and so maybe those can help too. I don't know. Mostly effective on people, but we can try it.
be right back. Don't murder me yet.
Hear it? What? Oh.
All right. So how are we gonna kill for Shrek, everybody?
Concussion grenade.
Drop a piano.
He just made grenades. I mean, we just kill him with his own
Succeeded
grenades.
in make that will not kill him.
Doesn't have armor anymore.
I
thought about
still don't think
giving him my
it'll
armor.
get close, but I don't think it'll kill him.
You should probably give for Shrek like my suit of armor to wear.
Nah, it doesn't work like that. It's suited for you.
Well, okay. Armor fixer, make it work.
You know what would be really funny is if like he just tried to wear the Neophron armor, like it wouldn't even remotely fit him. It would just be like hanging off his arm or something. Like he tries to put it over his head and it doesn't even. There's just like a bird head on top.
I feel like it'd be like too short. I feel like so it'd be like up to here on him. It's like when you try and like a shirt you grew out of when you were a kid or something.
What's up?
I was just thinking of different ways to kill you.
Huh?
We didn't officially decide on anything.
That's true. We had some good ideas we were workshopping, but
Okay.
we didn't land on anything solid. So you're okay for now.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Well, I managed. We got 1 IED. So, how are we gonna use that on God?
We put it really close to his gooch, and then you
Stick it up
light
the
off.
butthole.
Right in the gooch. Just defined as the critical spot on the monster.
Get him to sit on it.
Yeah.
You look tired, sir.
Oh no, I'll sit upon my gooch.
Aye, please have a rest. On this stump right
This
here.
respite will help you. This gooch, Sava.
Alright. So, in case of God, apply to Gooch. He's gonna write that. He's gonna write that on his little bomb with a Sharpie.
All right. That's the plan. Sound as fuck plan.
Little Bomb's a good rapper name.
Am I gonna mess everything up if I turn my camera on now? Because I'm not stuffing my face with food anymore.
No, I can just add you in. I'll just give me a second. It'll just take me a second, but you can go ahead, turn it on, and I'll get you added in. Just fill time while I do that. Although it's not. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Who's Philip Time? Is he friendly?
Philip time.
Yep. In case of God, apply to Gooch.
We definitely need a sketch of that one.
There we go.
That's what we need today is some good Sabrina sketching.
I was gonna sketch the for Shrek trying to put on bird armor and failing miserably.
I mean, he is a tweaker. He's pretty skinny, but I don't think he'll fit in bird armor.
No, it's funny that he's gonna fail miserably trying to put it on. That's the thing.
I mean, he has attempted to put on the bird armor. Didn't work.
There we go. Okay. There you are. A little big.
Okay.
Okay, so while you all are down in the basement making boom booms, Patch, as you're up there with Sonora and Click, you're off in the corner and you kind of are in the vicinity of this conversation as well. As you're, you see her going through, you're keeping an eye on things. You don't see anything in the immediate vicinity outside of the constant barrage of just like heavy raindrops and things like that. Again, it kind of clouds up the motion sensors, but you figure if anything massive comes stomping through, probably still gonna be able to see it.
Right.
So as you're doing that, you look next to you and Sonora's face just kind of flushes, like more pale than usual, as she just kind of like stares blankly at the screen.
What'd you find?
Communicate.
But
The signature from the sample is mimicking abilities. This one is communicate.
Oh, is it communicating with you?
I don't think so.
Maybe get Conthor to get that vehicle up and get that sample out of here.
Yeah, as soon as you say that, Grealish kind of comes in, and he essentially says the same thing. He's like, we need to get that as far away from here as we possibly can immediately.
Wow, for Shrek was right about something.
You can't ever find out.
I'm right very often. It's a little disturbing.
Grealish, looks at Conthor. He's like, "Can you get this out of here?" Conthor's like, "Do you want that thing chasing after your only form of transportation?"
It's better that than it coming right towards your living quarters.
We can carry it away on foot.
I mean, if you really want to run out on foot.
Grealish is like, "I don't care. Somebody figure it out and do it now." You start to hear, the three of you in the basement start to kind of hear the commotion coming from upstairs.
Well,
Grealish must be being a douchebag again.
well, I've got my gooch bomb. Let's go see what's going on.
Yeah, I head upstairs quickly.
Okay, so the three of you head upstairs, and there's kind of a bit of like conversation and arguing kind of going back and forth between the people up there, but effectively the gist is that this sample is, as for Shrek said, essentially acting as a homing beacon right now to something. And Grealish wants this thing out of here and gone as fast as possible, and Conifer doesn't believe that driving it away is going to be good, because that's just putting a target on the vehicle, and it will have ramifications further down the line, and he feels that it should be carried off on foot.
You fucking what?
He doesn't want to risk his ride.
No.
I don't want to risk the one form of fucking transportation that we have.
We got bikes.
No. I got that, Big Red. I'm just shocked I was right again. All right.
Me too.
All right. Maybe we can.
I'll take it. Oh, am I off? Yeah, whatever. Where do I gotta go?
Well, we want it to be away from here. So let's see. Is there any place where we could lure it that would give us any type of advantage?
Grealish thinks for a second. He's like, the river where you first got the samples. If you can throw it into there, that should carry it the farthest away from this camp that it could. And that's only about a mile from here.
Why don't you do it?
What was that, Reggie?
Reggie's just being sassy, and he's like, to Grealish, he's like, well, why don't you go throw it in there then?
It's like, I have to stay here with the equipment. You were hired to do the work outside of this area. If you don't want to do it, then fine. But somebody has to.
No problem, I got it.
Okay, let's stop wasting time. Let's just go do this. But, make sure back at base that you're on high alert, because we're taking this big thing, we don't know if there's multiple ones or if there's anything else that could be out. And if we're gone, other things could still come here.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
No, we're going with you, but I'm talking to Grealish and that.
Grealish nods. He says, "We'll keep an eye on everything here."
A mile? That's not far. It's fucking. We used to run that in Meanie every morning. Let's go, lads.
All right.
So, do you want to take it on foot, or do you want to try and convince them that the APC is the better way to go?
I say we just go. They're not going to give us the APC. Aren't there we're running through the jungle, right? We can't use the bikes.
Yeah, the movement through there would be difficult, and it would be, and plus with the rain, you could easily get stuck.
All right, I just take it and I scoop it up and start walking out.
I'll follow. I'm already geared up for combat, and I have my gooch bomb.
Well, you're geared up for combat except for the no armor part, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Bird armor was attempted. It did not fit over my head.
Yes, I did. I put the picture in the chat for y'all.
The beak piece was uncomfortable.
Sabrina, you're the best.
Check
I
it
gotta
later.
see this.
All right, so all five of you are heading outside of the.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay. All right, you step out into the pouring rain. It's raining so hard. For those of you who are armored and have head armor, it's pretty difficult to hear because the rain is beating down on your helmet so hard. For Shrek, it's loud and noisy, but you actually kind of have a little bit of an advantage as far as that goes. And
I also have I also have the good hearing merit.
Yes,
so
you do. So
oh me.
with those combined, you do hear kind of that. It's like a bah, like it's like that, like, you know, a very 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 deep register, that almost sounds like some sort of horn siren, like, but very 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 low.
Oh fuck.
I'm like jogging away.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'm going back to boot camp. This is like he's going back to boot camp mode, double time marching.
Yeah, we're
Okay, so y'all are hauling ass out of there.
Yeah.
not too fast because it's dark and rainy, but
Yeah.
like we're making time here.
Mm-hmm.
Our main thing is just get it away from the base. So.
Makes sense. Okay.
All right. I have my rifle geared up. Fucking motion sensor is useless, but the night vision scope's still good.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Switch between
night and heat.
vision and the heat. Yeah, because those Inviso dudes are around. They're probably fucking watching us.
All right. Yeah.
Not one of those
Yeah,
guys
I'm
too.
making point to switch between night and heat.
All right, so you're making your way away from there, moving at a pretty good pace. As you start to get further away, that rumbling, roaring noise persists. It sounds like you're like between the noise and the camp, so it's coming, like, it's getting louder as you move away, and it's kind of the opposite. So if the camp was to your back, it'd be in front of you, and you're moving towards it as you kind of traipse through the woods.
It's getting closer.
Uh-oh. Moving as fast as we can.
Okay, so you're just full on sprinting through the forest right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate my night vision. Hopefully, yeah, 3, 8, 8 plus 6. So yeah, that would activate it because my depth is just plus 6. So I'm turning on. I've got perfect UV night vision for 10 minutes.
Okay. So when you turn that on, you know, it's difficult to see kind of anything up through, because the tree cover is kind of so heavy where you're moving through. But as you look around, and you can navigate in front of you very easily, which is good because it is extremely dark. You do kind of see through brushes, like glimpses of, through the leaves of the trees, up in the air, something up there that is 40, 50 feet tall.
There's something big. It's 50 feet, 40, 50 feet tall up there, and we're heading towards it. So,
Oh shit.
be ready. Yeah,
All ass.
I'll try to make it to the river.
Okay. So as you're starting to like run, like you're kind of like pounding your way through and whatnot, the rain stops completely.
Oh, fuck me, that's not good.
I'm like, huh, that's lucky.
No.
Uh,
You ever hear the term "eye of the storm"? Yeah.
And then it's like, so it like hits like a kind of really dead quiet, with the exception of your own footsteps, and the sound of like far up above you, and then almost louder than it has been, and it almost sounds like it's directed down at you. You hear "Bah!"
Why don't you just throw the sample and run the other direction at this point?
I guess I'm holding the damn thing at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you volunteered.
I am running it into. Just run as fast as I can towards where we gotta go.
Okay, so you're just full on sprinting.
I'm like terrified. I'm just fucking
Okay.
pure adrenaline running. I could use a hit of that UV right, or the rush right now.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, I might actually have that. I do. Woohoo! That's plus 5 for that.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
I have lots of 1s and 2s and skills with this guy.
Yep.
Okay, so that was your roll, the 9, the 1, 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got plus 5 to the roll.
Okay. So you start like running, and then you start to hear like boom, 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 like something is trying to come and cut you off. And then Patch, as you kind of like try and look up, you do see something on the move, and you kind of see like trees, things like that start to shift and fall off in the distance.
It's heading towards us.
As you start to haul ass, Archer, you do see the clearing where the river is. It's probably about 250 yards away.
Okay. I can still run that far, so I'm gonna keep running.
Just keep hauling ass until you get to the river. What's everybody else doing?
Can I see it by now?
Do you have night vision or anything like that, or?
No, it's still dark.
I mean, it's you're in the middle of the night. It's pitch black.
How far ahead is Archer by now from us?
He's probably got like about 100 yards on you.
Okay. Should we just start firing?
Oh, no.
No.
Archer's got to get to the river.
Oh, you mean as a distraction?
Yeah.
My time has come.
Don't have for sure do that.
If he can get into the river without that thing seeing us, then...
Well,
Paul?
If it sees us, it's not going to go after that hunk of flesh. It's going to come after us.
Well, I guess we gotta hope Archer can stay hidden.
Doing great! Ah!
Okay.
Let's
I am going to stab. I'm going to give myself the old 1-2. Rush. UV. Grab the gooch bomb.
Oh boy.
Let's take a position along the edge of the clearing. If we can get it out, at least out in the clearing.
Alright. Got the gooch bomb in one hand, rifle in the other.
If it looks like he's not gonna make it, we open fire.
Yeah,
I'm-
definitely.
I'm high as shit. I am ready to yeet that bomb into the solar system.
So I'm also I grab off my belt a flash grenade with the intention of, last ditch effort, like throwing it up in the air and maybe dazing him for a bit so I can get the fuck out of there. But I don't. He hasn't been that close yet, so.
Right.
That's my plan B at this point. I'm just running.
All right. Give me another athletics check.
That's plus 5 again.
Okay. This time as you're making your way through, you kind of trip up, you kind of slow down, or you kind of slog through in the mud a little bit. You're kind of out into the clearing, but as you get there, do you have any UV, anything like that, or?
I'm on night vision, yeah.
Okay.
I was switching between night vision and infrared because I'm worried that some of the Viso people could be around.
Yeah. Okay. So as you get there, and I don't really have any minis or anything to represent this or tokens, but on this side of the bank, you see a large foot down in the ground that's probably about 20 feet wide. Not 20.
Okay.
Yeah, like 10 feet by 10 feet. So like, you know,
Really
like a square
mid-weight.
on one side, and then you see one on the other side of the bank, so like it's straddling the river. And the legs, like, it goes like, you see its knees, you see its thigh, and then it's just kind of still like up above the tree line at this point.
Does he? Oh, okay. We don't see the gooch.
Okay. I'm close enough to throw this into the river.
Yeah. So you kind of you stumble, stagger, and then you kind of like stop where you are, and you like just like chuck it into the river.
Yeah, I just yeet the fuck out of
Yeah.
that thing, man.
All right. So it splashes into the river, and then you watch it start to kind of carry off away, and then you kind of just again like it hits like that dead quiet of like. And then it's like its feet kind of like shift around. It like steps into the river, like it goes up to like its ankle, you know, and it's kind of like stomping around, and you feel the ground shake underneath you, and it looks like it's looking for something.
Okay, I'm going to stealthily try to get out of there.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Is there you hiding? What are you trying to do?
Yeah, hiding is probably a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hiding.
Hiding the tree line. Arm is cocked, ready to throw that bomb as soon as I get the signal and see the gooch.
Okay. So everybody, go ahead, Reggie.
I also was going to make my attempt to leadership and quietly say to everybody, well, if they can hear me over the rain.
Comms.
You
Well,
can inspire me.
Number one, it's not raining anymore. Number two,
Oh yeah, that's right.
if you were to say something loud enough for the people to hear you, you'd be risking giving yourself away.
All right, fine. I'll wait then.
So you're gonna try and hide as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody, give me stealth checks.
Oh, I have that. Like a lot of it. Boom.
What's the bonus for you, Archer?
+7. I'm
Okay.
a sneaky boy.
Excellent. Okay. Patch, what's the bonus for you?
6.
Okay. And Click, what's the bonus for you?
5.
Okay. For Shrek, what's the bonus for you?
Hold on, I rolled 6s.
Whoops. That would explain why they were so bad.
I would explain. My bonus is a 7?
Okay. All right. So Archer, after you huck that thing into the river, you kind of like duck off into the trees. Okay. What's your bonus, Reggie?
Oh, it's a whole 2.
Do you want to spend any luck for any rerolls?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I might as well re-roll that one.
So yeah, so for 1 luck, you can either re-roll your success die or all of your skill dice, or you can do like a 1-for-1 boost, but spending 1 to re-roll that success is probably the thing you want to do. And you say get a +2?
Yeah, so it's like an 8.
Okay. I mean, so the 4 of you up here kind of have the benefit of the tree line, you know, and being a little bit further away, so... You know, it's not as much of a difficulty for you to hide as it was for Archer, but Archer did really well, and he
Like his life depended on it.
yeah,
As it did.
Sure did.
so there's there's kind of a pause again, another period of silence, just that breathing coming from this thing, as it kind of looks around and its feet kind of shift. It kind of will head off in this direction and then kind of come back towards here, but it's clearly lost, a bead on where you all went.
So at this point, I'm staying put and trying to be as quiet as possible and
Mhm.
hoping this thing will. Ah, man, it can probably smell me though. Fuck. I try to move stealth away a little bit, get some distance on it, because yeah.
Okay, give me another stealth check.
Okay. That's plus
Wow.
7 again.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So, as you time it well when it's kind of like looking the other way and not really particularly paying attention to you, you get the sense that this thing is so fucking big that it's having a hard time seeing people. It's at this point you realize that the APC probably would have gotten eaten by now had you gone that way.
Yeah.
So you kind of slip off and kind of rejoin the group. As you do, the rain starts to pick up again. And it starts to get, starts off as a light rain and then just gets heavier and heavier. And then once it kind of gets back to its full downpour that it was before, you start to hear a boom, boom, and it starts to kind of walk west down the riverbank away from you.
Oh, I think I made it.
If
Gotta
I
get
wasn't
back.
on the. Well done, Archer. If I
Thanks.
wasn't on the drugs, I would have shot myself.
Well, I mean, if I'm good at something, it's running and hiding. So let's get out of here.
Yeah.
As you're getting ready to depart, you see like a flash of light come from off to your left.
No.
Okay, I draw my rifle at an point in that direction.
I point Bessie the rifle and the gooch bomb towards whatever that was.
Okay.
The bomb head.
Do I see it? I switch to infrared to see if I can see any heat.
Okay. So
Okay.
as you kind of all look over that way, because this is not attempting to stealthily to hide or anything, you see a person in sleigh armor start to make his way over. It's heavier armor than like a standard body blocker. It's PP7 XO, which anybody who has armor of knowledge or equipment. But he's got like his light out and he's kind of like scanning around. He's actually on a pistol that he's holding out.
Does he seem to notice us or not care, or does he?
He
not
doesn't seem to. He's looking for something. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Had we seen any of the Vivathons or something? Or like, is this someone we saw? Or...
No, you haven't. You have never seen this person before.
I call out to him. I'm like, halt.
And he kind of stops and turns his flashlight towards you and like points his gun, and then he like shines it on you, and then he like puts the gun down by his side. He's like, "Oh, thank God, there you are."
Who are you?
It's like, my name is John Navarro. We were sent here as an extraction team. We received your messages about the creature that's here, and we're here to get you out.
Well,
Oh,
Is that the only message you
You
received?
just missed it.
He said, we were just told here to retrieve you. He says, we tried to find your base, but there was interference with the rain and the weather, and we couldn't find it, so I've settled down about a mile from here, and I've been looking for you for 3 days.
3 days.
I started in the wrong direction.
it's a big planet. That makes sense.
I'll do it. All right. Well, we'll
He's like, he says, it'll be easier to navigate above the trees if you come with me. You can point out the station, and we can pick up the rest of your crew.
Well,
All right.
Sense motive roll, whatever that is.
Oops,
I was just about to ask that.
it's my drop phone roll. I mean, I
Let's
guess
have
we
Sabrina
detect.
do it because you detect. Oh,
Is that
I've
a
got.
detect roll?
Yeah, I think we've determined this before, that detect is to,
Yeah.
like...
I'm +5 to that.
Okay. I could have done that.
But you can also do it because if you had the inclination to do it, it's not like a for the group roll. It's for. I suggest you do it also.
Oh, oh, nice.
Plus
yeah.
9.
Yeah. I was pretty sure you had a way better chance of doing it than I do. +9. Jesus.
18.
Do not lie to Reggie. He will know.
Okay. So that's a good roll. So the thing with the tech rolls is that, like, what are you just checking to see if you think he's lying?
Yeah, if he seems legit or seems like he's like.
Is there anything that he said that caused you not to trust him?
I'm just.
For me, it was just the. I'm trying to gauge if he, what it was that we said that caused him to come here, and like if he actually like knows anything further, or if he seems, legitimate.
So he's seeming to be pretty vague about his instructions. Whether or not that is because he is a grunt who just was told to come to a place and find people, or because he is hiding something, without trying to get more information out of him, you can't be entirely sure.
Like, do you got your BPN on you?
He's like, yeah, it was a green. He says, well, I don't have the card. It's on the ship, but we were ordered to come here to extract the team from Dull 3.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think we should go.
What are we waiting for? Let's get off of this shithole.
Well, what, do you know why? Like,
because we received reports from your crew that there was a large monster here, and we're trying to save you.
Yeah, and there's definitely a large monster here, and it definitely runs fairly fast. So,
I will.
I'm still a little shaken up about that.
That's fair.
Look, get the fuck out of here.
I agree. I'm like, lead on, please.
He nods. It's like, okay, follow me.
This is how we die.
Okay, so you follow him off. You go through the woods, continuing.
I try to make sure we're not being followed by, again, any of the invisible Bevafon friends.
Okay.
As best I can, which may not matter, but I'm looking back and using my infrared to scan.
Mm-hmm.
Same. I have the scope. I'm using it.
Okay. So as
Special
as the group of you are walking, he kind of starts talking with you. He's like, yeah, we it seems like SLA has kind of come down on the decision of this place being too volatile to attempt to strip mine at this point. He kind of motions up to the air. He's like, whatever the fuck that thing is, it's not going to be worth expending the resources trying to get rid of it for what we'll get off the planet. At least from what we found so far. He shrugs.
Smart decision.
I move over near Reggie to try to have a clandestine conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, we definitely should not mention the V word with this guy, I think. I don't think he knows.
You're right, that's what I was trying to get at, and I haven't That's why I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I assume that if they did know, they probably didn't tell this guy.
Yeah, there's no fucking way this guy knows.
As
Well,
you two
maybe.
were talking,
He looks like Darth Maul from far away.
as you two were talking, he's just kind of continuing his banter. He's like, "Well, this place is sure a hell of a lot more green than more it is."
Yeah, it's actually pretty
Yep.
beautiful. Except for everything here tries to kill you. So
Well,
No, everything here tries to fucking eat you.
we fought
and
this
you
one-
try to eat it.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm just kind of keeping conversation with him. Like, yeah, we fought this one thing. It was like had eyes all over it, mouths. It was like this tall, and it just ate his armor up.
Holy
I-
shit!
Yeah,
Sure did.
chewed on me like a bloody chew toy.
He ended up killing it though. He
I
took it on with a sword.
no.
Badass.
Where the fuck is Third Eye when you need him?
No reception here, huh?
No, like we could. Some of the fights we had, that one in particular, like we could be legends back on more. But
I mean, Clarissa would have loved every second of this.
Oh,
She would have.
I miss her.
Click, you doing anything, saying anything, thoughts?
Um,
Do you shoot me in the back?
Leave him for dead on the planet.
Oh, that's not funny. That's mean.
no, I mean I'm kind of thinking about the ebb findings. I'm sure I'm sure somebody else is going to bring that up. I don't need to like tell this guy.
Oh man. If her Shrek calculates a tip wrong, is he gonna set someone on fire?
just try not to think too hard about anything.
Yeah. As you're walking through, the guy kind of continues on. It's like, so, any interesting findings here other than giant monsters roaming around? Anything we can use back home?
Yeah, we put it all in the report. A lot of technical stuff, some resources, but like you said, not really worth the risk.
A lot of cool creatures.
It's like, yeah, I got acquainted with some of them earlier.
Oh, what'd you fight? Those
Just
little
these,
ones?
yeah, just like these little lizard things. It's like 20 of them caught me off guard.
20.
Yeah, they came at me in a little pack, the bastards.
What'd you do with the bodies?
Just like sprinkled around the forest. I wasn't particularly worried about him.
Okay.
What's your squad look like?
It's like it's
Yeah.
just a couple other guys. It's a pretty small group.
Okay.
Pilot and an engineer and me.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, we're squad Raka put Raka.
The fuck kind of name is that?
best
RRPR.
Something to do with the old leader. I think he died.
Reggie's like, you mean the other member that was before?
He wasn't the leader. He wasn't the leader, lad.
I just missed that, Perry. That's awesome.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, Reggie didn't miss that. Reggie's like, I can't do a lot, but I've been the leader this whole
So it
time.
gives a wink to everybody else.
You just disrespect fucking Reggie like that.
What's
Oh, shame.
What's your squad?
Well,
like?
at least he wasn't racist towards me.
He shrugs. He's like, oh, it's just boring shit. Bravo, Red. We couldn't think anything better at the time.
Oh. Well.
It's like that. It's like that stupid naming terminal kind of catches you off guard.
Yeah,
Right.
it does. It just picks up whatever sound is going on when it asks.
Yeah. You kind of continue to make your way through. Finally, after walking for probably about 15 minutes or so, you come up into a clearing and you see the craft. It's a small-sized kind of shuttlecraft looking ship. And you can see the lights on the inside. You can't really see like any people through like the portholes or anything like that. Reggie, you do notice though that this craft looks. I mean, all of you notice that it looks pretty damaged. But Reggie, you notice that it seems like weathered and rusted. It doesn't look like like a new ship or anything like that.
Well, where'd you get this ship from?
He's like, just the one that got assigned to us in the port. He's like, Rust Bucket, I know, piece of shit, but gotta do what we gotta do.
Would I find that weird that SLA would give them like a crappy ship, or does that seem like normal?
I mean, based on our experience with the multi-mission VPN thing, maybe not. That's how we got in this mess in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, Reg, that does seem unusual. Like that, they would give like this thing looks like it's, like it's fucking just basically held together by duct tape in certain kind of ways that other people may not even notice. But at the same time, some of the experiences you have had have led you to believe that maybe Slay Industries is not always the top of the line shit that you were led to believe when growing up and during your studies.
So like, just throwing this out there, I mean, because, we've had some weird experiences throughout our time with Slay. How do we know for sure that we can trust you?
The guy kind of like stops and he like looks, he was like, why the fuck else would we be here?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Can you blame me though?
He kind of gives an exasperated like sigh, and all of this has been like, he has full armor on, like helmet, everything, and he just kind of like gives a shrug. He's like, look, come with us or not. If you want to stay here, we'll just tell them we couldn't find you or you died or something. But if you want to get off this fucking rock, he motions to the ship.
Absolutely do.
Yeah, no, we do. It doesn't hurt to ask.
He kind of like turns and starts to like walk towards the ship. A small like bay door kind of comes down and sets on the ground. And then he kind of walks up the ramp, leaving the five of you to yourselves currently.
I'm just gonna leave the expedition crew.
I want to see what these guys are gonna keep feeding us.
I mean, I'm already following them.
Fuck it. First Strike's gonna go. If they do try to fuck us, he's just gonna blow up the ship.
I board the ship if that's any question at all.
Okay, you walk up into it. Does everybody else go up or?
Hold back for a second and just kind of nudge Reggie and like, it's them, right?
What?
It's them.
It's them?
Yeah.
Who's them?
There's 3 of them on an old ship. It's them. And you just keep walking.
I'm trying to look in my old notes and I can't find what I was looking for. Sucks.
Are you not sure what Patch is referring to?
No, I think I know what he's referring to. I was just trying to find my notes.
Yeah, there were 3 Vivitrons and they fled here a while ago, and there was old tech here in that one place that we were. So.
My other thought was that it was related to. I don't know if I can really if we're even talking about it, but I had a different thought of a different direction that could have gone.
I mean, you're out of character right now, and,
Yeah.
and if there's something that you've already shared with the
Tommy.
people, then
No, like Tommy's old peeps. I don't know how they would have found us though, but
Yeah.
Italian.
Jesus, that's a
That's
fucking
what-
vendetta. Holy shit!
That could have been the best plot twist.
Holy
Tommy
shit!
does not deserve
That's
it.
for tearing up the picture of my family.
That would be some petty ass shit.
Triple T does not deserve this treatment. In my humble fucking opinion. But go on.
But I mean, the thing is like, what are they gonna? I don't know. Whatever. All right, fine. I'll just go on the ship. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that.
Ah, well,
Okay, so you're going into the ship as well? Okay. Is everybody going on?
I'm on. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So y'all step onto the ship. So the ship, again, small. You know, everything is most everything is kind of contained in like the main kind of bridge area. Oh, gotta turn on the lighting for this bad boy here. Daylight mode. Blam. Boom. There we go.
All right.
Oh, and I think I got a note visions on for him. Okay. So, yeah, you have the three of them, you know, sitting at the consoles. You know, they kind of like turn and nod to you. And the Navarro says like, this is Ramirez and Smith. He kind of like, you know, motions to the two of them. He's like, all right, so he says, if you can tell us the location of your camp, then we can get the rest of your crew, and then we can get the fuck out of this place.
They can stay here.
He kind of like bristles back a little bit. He's like, we had orders to get everybody off of here.
Why do you think we were running away from that base, dude?
He is like, well, I assumed it had something to do with the creature roaming around.
Yeah.
Does the ship look like super like outdated or something, or does it?
I mean, again, it looks old. It meets a lot of the things that you knew before. Hang on, actually though, god damn it, keep fucking trying to pick up things my phone is on. I wonder if this should just be like it's like a electrical. Do you have anything like technical equipment? Any ranks?
I have
Sorry, you gotta say that again. You cut out.
Oh, I have technical electrical.
Yeah, I know that. But do you have anything? You don't have anything in technical equipment?
Weapons, which I think includes some equipment. Is there
There's
like how many?
there is a technical. There's technical electrical, technical manual, and technical equipment. They're three separate skills.
Brutal.
Then it must be the equipment one because I have it's. Let me see. Because it's electrical, mechanical, or weapons. That's what I.
That
have
is, I
electrical and
believe. Hang on a second. For technical.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was electrical manual, which manual would be mechanical, and equipment is, you know, like, would be kind of weapons, armor, like, you know, like whatever. So then, okay, so if that's the case, then give me a technical equipment check. And concentration's the base skill for that, so, you know, if that matches up to what you have there, then that's what that is.
Wait. It's a +7.
Okay. So looking around, It looks old. It looks like it's old, but you don't know. Like, it's definitely not the newest. It's not the most modern. But again, you're not sure if that is just something, they are just sending out an old ship, or because this is like a fly by night operation that was just kind of thrown together and they just grabbed whatever was available, or they didn't care enough, or this is out of commission. It's any of those things could be a possibility.
I mean, SLA is a universe like 40K or Star Wars where they basically have been at the same technology for centuries at this point, right?
Maybe not centuries, but for a considerable while. They usually don't upgrade beyond what they need to. However, you also do know, Reggie, that based off of the build of this is an ion drive ship, which is kind of like the bridge between like a regular like kind of suborbital or like short distance craft and a fold ship. Ion drives are what were used really prior to fold ships for stellar travel.
Okay.
Navarro, as you're kind of like looking things over, is like, so we gonna go to the camp, or
You don't know where the camp is already?
he's like, I already fucking told you that. Why do you think we've been sit down in this fucking forest for 3 days looking for your dumbasses?
Yo, can I ask you a question? Kind of out of context.
Like, you're asking Navarro?
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm like,
what?
hang on, I gotta look it up. Like, that fight, the big one. Who won it?
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The big fight between, what's his name?
Ultraviolet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys were on Mort recently, right? Who won the fight?
It's like,
Oh, yeah. Ultraviolet came out of retirement for that
And
fight. How'd it
Nigel
go?
Hatred, right?
he's like, I haven't paid attention to the circuit since I went out of Manie. I got better shit to do.
Are you sure, man? That was everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. Like, every TV and everywhere.
He kind of just pauses and he's like, I want to get off here. Give us the camp info so we can leave.
All right. You're worse than that stormer they have at camp.
Shakhtar.
Yeah,
Cool.
Shakhtar.
No, for Shrek said
Okay,
Storm
no
on
problem.
purpose.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
No problem.
he's worse than that stormer they got at camp.
As they're talking, another one calls up from the console. He's like, I think that thing's far enough away that we can take off at this point. And Farrell's like, all right, bring her up. The ship kind of rumbles and almost like bah, bah, like there's kind of like almost like a backfire a little bit, but then it lifts up and it gets up in the air. It starts kind of going up above the tree line.
Weird for Slade to not let you know about your military contact on the planet, but they also gave you this pile of crap, so what do I know?
He's like, the weather's been fucking with communications and subspace takes forever anyways. We got the initial report and then they just sent somebody. They may have gotten more info by now, but we've been out of communication with them for a few days ourselves.
It was so long ago, Paul, since we started this mission, where we were given the information on people we were going to meet before we hit planet side, right?
Yes, you were. No,
Oh,
no.
You just showed
you
up.
were.
Oh.
Yeah, you were given info about what you
oh,
were
You got the
doing.
corrupted one.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. This was the cream and mushroom soup mission.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so
Yeah.
no, you were, when you got there, you were given information on that it was a valid BPN, what you were doing, that you were meeting up with the team there, but you did not get any info about the team itself until you got there.
Oh, never mind. This fucking mission's cursed.
Yep.
All right, so you get up, kind of above, and for anybody who is kind of like looking out like one of the nearby windows or anything like that, you know where you're at, and you know where the camp is. It blends in if you weren't looking for it, but again, you've spent a little while here. You kind of know the surrounding area. You know the direction you came from, and Navarro just kind of shrugs. She's like, all right, just point us in the right direction.
Just a question, just because it's been a while.
Mhm.
The people that are here, Kathani or whatever, they said that they knew where we were. They knew where our camp was, right?
They did say that, yes.
Which doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but they did say that they did.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
How long does it take for a message to get to Mort?
Through subspace travel, I think Realish said about it said it takes a few days to get through.
Okay, and when did we send the message? Like less than that ago?
No,
like
more than that at this
At
point.
least.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
been about a week.
Okay. Wait a minute.
But if
Didn't
it
it-
takes a couple days.
Mhm.
It takes a couple days for the message to get there.
But to
And
travel.
then it took us X weeks to get here, right?
It took a week. It took a week up for the. It took a week up for the travel off of Mort, and then a
Yeah.
week from the
They
full
were-
trip. Yeah.
Okay, they would have had to have left right after we did.
That's kind of what I'm figuring now.
Hey,
So that means Patch is right.
How'd you guys get here so fast?
It's like, what do you mean?
you got the message about 3 days ago, right?
It's like, yeah, about that.
It took us a month to get here from Mort in modern ships.
It's like you were coming from Mort. We came from Dalblair too.
I thought they were done with that.
It's like they're still doing supply runs. They're getting the equipment off of there. We were in the middle of that. They picked up the distress signal. We made our way over here.
Distress signal?
Paul's had a lot of time with this.
Yeah,
He's-
extra time.
What's that?
Wait.
What?
What'd you guys say?
I said you had extra time because you were racing your cars or whatever.
I was not, sir. I was scrambling to do this. He's like,
Okay.
that's basically what it was, because we heard that we needed to get you off. We're an extraction team. Or at least we are now, he shrugs. He's like, you know the fucking drill. You do what you have to do when you're an operative. Whether it's supply runs, pulling ungrateful people like you off of a fucking planet, he shrugs. He's like, no, I'm not gonna ask again, where is the rest of your team so we can get the fuck out of here?
Looking to Reggie.
This is our team.
No, the other team.
Or Shrek's gonna whisper to Reggie, I want... If these people are who you think they are... where's my accent? Hold on. These lads are who you think they are? I'm gonna want the big guy. I'm gonna want Big Red on our side.
That's true.
I mean, the other people said they wanted to stay here. We told them they should leave.
Alright.
The guy says it's like, not a request, not an option. Slay wants everybody out of here. Those people have a lot of skills. That's why they were here in the first place. They're needed back at Morn Central. Now, if you want to explain to the BPN officers and the higher-ups when you get back as to why you decided that you didn't want to give us the information to bring them back and deal with the shit that they bring down on you, shrugs. It's like, okay, we'll leave. But I think that SCL is going to kind of take a bit of a drop after you do that. So that's your call.
What's below 10?
9.
There is an SCL 11.
Is there?
Well,
yeah, that's
just
like,
for like non-operatives.
it's fucking desk duty.
Yeah, you're a temp basically.
Would a detect help me out in this case? Do they seem...
Like I said, you had a really good detect. Like, this person is obviously very agitated. This person wants to get this information. Again, in your experience, they would have probably been given more information in regards to who they were getting. Based on the discussions you've had with everybody else, it is pretty clear that they are not what they are representing.
Right.
But as far as what their ultimate motives are, it's difficult to say based on the feedback you're getting. But from everything you've gleaned from, number one, your excellent detect roll, and the information that you've gleaned, you've gained from looking around you, and your kind of discussions with the team, like, they're not a rescue team who came that was ordered by Slay to come and get you.
All right, guys, but we're already in the ship with you. You know that we're not necessarily on the same page here. Why don't we just lay it all out and tell us what's going
on? Okay. Give me a diplomacy check. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn. That is.
Oh my
That
god.
is.
Well, you didn't want to do the thing, but now you fucking have to.
Hacks.
Does Reggie get their money while we're at it? Like, can I have one of their suits of armor now?
So
Actually, you guys stay here and we'll drive the ship.
all right.
That's actually technically plus 10 if they're not.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh my god. Whoa! I didn't know what I wanted to do.
So he
actually are a rescue team.
He just
No shit, we are.
We're their rescue team.
He just kind of sighs. He's like, and he kind of looks at the other and he's like, just bring it up. Let's get out of here. He kind of turns back. He's like, and then the other one was like, I knew this plan was too fucking complicated. And then Navarro is like, he just kind of looks back over and he is like, we're gonna need bargaining chips, and I thought we'd do them a solid. He kind of says that vaguely. And then he takes his helmet off, and you see like,
What do these things look like?
We're not supposed to know. I close my eyes. Eye muffs right there.
Well,
Oh,
Yeah, so you see, like, there, you know, like, he has kind of like a purple, you know, purple and yellowish skin. You know, he kind of like pulls his helmet off and sets it down.
wow. A little more attractive than I thought.
He kind of like turns back to y'all, and he's like, well, he says, I appreciate you buying some time for us to get this back together. He kind of like, you know, motions to the ship. Is he on the map layer? What the fuck? Map and background. Yeah, he is. Okay. He's like, he's, you know, he says, he's like, do you really want the Cathani to have to deal with those people? Do you really want the Cathani to have to deal with Slay Industries?
No.
No. We've been trying to convince them to leave, and these annoying people won't leave. They're like, oh, well, we'll just stay here and keep doing things.
just do our mission.
Then one of the, you know, the other one comes over from the council. He's like, then let us take care of the problem for you.
We're gonna be stranded here.
We still need to, like, get off of this planet, though.
He says they're going to be stranded here. He's like, no, their communications will give back to Slay, and Slay's going to give the order to strip this place out. They don't care how much they won't care how much they have to spend. You've seen the creatures here. They would move hell and earth to get the information to research this stuff. This place is a gold mine. It's worth any sort of trouble that they need to go through. They'll stay here. They'll go back. They'll report their findings, and then this place will be a car park.
How can we all get what we want here?
He's like, point out the camp.
But how are we still gonna be able to go home?
He's like, we can't bring you back to Mort Central.
So what's your plan? Because if your plan doesn't involve getting me off this rock, then we're gonna have a problem.
The one who was, you know, Navarro, quote unquote, previously, he, like, one of them looks at him like, is basically like a, like, don't say anything, and then he's like, it's too late at this point. He says, we were planning on leaving to Scorch. We were originally planning on using any operatives we could bring along with us as a bargaining chip, as a way to try and find some shelter and some places to stay low and out of Slay's sight. He shrugs. He's like, if you go there with us, there are Slay operatives there. You could eventually get back to Mort, but we can't go there. He's like, you seem resourceful enough, but we're not going back to Mort. We're not landing.
It's a pile of shit.
Well, I'm not asking you to go there. We just need to be able to get home.
Well, yeah, if we go to Scorch, then we can get home that way. We just have to come up with a really good reason way that we got off. I mean, we could say we found an old ship. That might bring more questions than answers. Can we just kill all the researchers and wait around for our ship to come up?
I do like that idea. I really want Carnivore's rifle. And Butcher's rifle.
He's like, sure. Point out the camp.
Oh shit, we're really doing this. Alright.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we just Are you gonna go in and kill them, or are you just gonna blast them from thing? Because we need that satellite uplink, or we need that communications uplink to get a ride off of here easily. We could just say that something attacked killed everyone else off while we were out on patrol. That big beastie thing. Can you guys control that big beastie thing? Can you just make that big beastie thing kill it?
No, we have no control over that thing. The Ulani basically are able to keep it out of its way, but that's about it. He's like, but he's like, yeah, we can make sure the equipment stays intact.
Be fine with that. I mean, we haven't let them know anything about what's been going on here, so.
Reggie, you have no reason to trust that he's gonna live up to his word, considering everything he's lied about before.
So again, I ask you, how do we actually make sure we all get what we want, including you?
Told you, we get to Scorch, we go our separate ways. You find some slay folk, they take you back to Mort.
What has stopped you from doing that before?
He says, we weren't able to get our aircraft operative. We just got it going. Like I said, we were going to originally use you as a bargaining chip to try and sell you off to Dark Knight or whoever else was interested, and then use that as a way to buy our safety. He shrugs. He's like, but that's obviously not going to be something you're going to be interested in. So we find a quiet place to settle down, drop you off, go our separate ways. That's that.
Is there something that you're looking for that you need the camp for? I mean, what? You've been here for 1,000,000 years, right? So I'm exaggerating when I say that, but I mean,
he's like,
what has stopped you from finding the camp?
He says, we haven't had the means to attack them before. He says, we made an agreement with the Cathani that they would shelter us, help us if we exchanged some of our technology with them, and if we tried to take care of the slay problem. If we take care of the research team, then we'll at least delay them. We're just trying to do them a solid because they helped us.
By kidnapping us and using us as bargaining chips.
He says, well, that was our part, and...
Why don't you do us solid?
You have done nothing for us. No, we owe you nothing. He's like, if you want to stay here, we'll drop you off, and then we'll blast out the living area. He shrugs. It's like, the equipment should still be salvageable.
Reggie?
How do we know that you wouldn't still smash out our equipment and prevent us from leaving this planet? I mean,
We don't, but I don't think we can stop them from doing that either way, right? Like, these creatures are really strong.
It's like, your friend's got a point.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Does the ship look like it could actually take us up to like a full ship or anything like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Or actually, okay, it's actually okay.
Yeah, like
I
it's
mean,
like it's an ion drive ship. It will get you there.
Okay,
this is the ship they took to get here, probably.
Mm-hmm.
right, but it's been 10 years. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's been sitting.
Yeah.
Did they like drain all the fluids and all that and properly preserve? Who knows? Say we take them up on it.
I mean, at this point, what? You don't really have any reason that you have to go to the camp. Then you can just leave.
Well, if the camp survives, Slay's going to come. If it's not with Slay's, if it's
technically-
too dangerous for the camp.
But technically, they don't really care because they're leaving.
That's true.
I told you, we owe the Cathani a favor. I understand that it's the Slay Industries way to not give a shit about anybody but yourselves, but we've
do.
learned a little bit of caring for others while we've been here.
We do care about them.
Then
I'm
help
just trying
them.
to
He kind of
gauge your
gestures.
motivation.
One of them kind of looks at his answers is like, that thing's coming back this way. We got to decide right now. He's like, stay or go, guys. Last chance.
Yeah, give him the coordinates.
You let him know.
Doesn't seem like we have much
Yeah.
of a choice.
Fuck it.
He nods. He's like, okay. And he kind of, like motions to one of the ones who's navigating. He pilots the ship over. He's like, we'll set you back down where you came in. You'll be clear of everything. And then we'll be out of your way. So he flies over, basically right back to the river where you were before. And they kind of bring it in. You kind of knock some of the smaller trees out of the way or whatever. But they set it down and bay door opens. He's like, gotta move.
Yeah, get out and head for the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys don't have any technology in here to communicate?
He's like, we're not gonna radio back to Slay Industries.
Yeah, but what if we want it?
It's like, too bad.
Well, we just gave you what you wanted.
Just
Taking the
don't
ship.
take out the communications so we can get home.
The one of them's like, if you're looking to pull something, a couple of your friends already got off the ship.
I'm not trying to pull something. I'm just saying in case you accidentally destroy communications while you're doing whatever you're doing. I just want to make sure we have something.
You kind of like start to hear the rumble of the thing. He's like, trust us or don't. It's your decision. But you're making it now. Is there anybody else on the ship still besides Reggie?
I'm pulling at his elbow.
Okay. And then everybody else is outside.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, but
The pilot kind of starts to lift the craft off the ground slightly.
Now or never, Reggie. Hop off.
All good.
But I get off the ship. I just Reggie just is like, this is not a good idea.
I agree, but
Wow.
I don't know that we have a better option.
All right. So you get off. The thing.
You guys
closes
want
up.
me to gooch? You guys want me to gooch bomb the ship once you're all? Yeah, as soon as the bay door closes, you want me to bomb the ship and get
This is-
them?
No, it's a small grenade and it's a ship.
No, yes, but it's going to get the thing's attention. We can run away from it and have them deal with the thing.
No.
All right.
All right, so you decide to not throw anything at it as it's going off. It lifts up. It kind of like rotates in the direction of the of Terra 15, and then you just hear like a as like a minigun opens up and a few small rockets come out from the base of it, and then you just hear like boom, and just like the loud cracking of the gunfire landing at something off in the distance. And then it kind of whoop, and then turns and takes off.
Well, let's go pick the bones.
Yeah, I'll be real surprised if that communications thing works when we get back. But
Okay, so you walk your way back to the
What used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go back to it, and you get there, and the way it was before. Let me just pull it up here. So the way it was before, it's basically like half sunken into the lake, and it is just completely shredded with holes and explosions. It does appear that the antenna is still up and still there.
Well, fuck.
well, pretty happy about that.
All right. I'm going to do a quick detect roll because that was an airstrike, and mop-up operations are a thing for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're looking around to see if there's anyone else around, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm doing a quick detect. I have the scope.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah, you look
That's
around, nothing's moving.
yeah. I have
Rain
good
stopped,
hearing
too.
and the scope. The
Yep.
rain stopped.
Yep.
Oh, it rains at night. It's probably getting close to daytime.
And it rains when the creature's near, or it stops when the creature's nearby.
Okay.
I mean, you
So-
look up and around and you don't see anything around. You don't see the creature around.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'd like to see if there's salvageable technology at this point to communicate anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick through for weapons and armor.
Okay.
Maybe they killed Confor's big ass, and I can steal his shit.
All right. I mean, so you go inside, and the first thing you see when you go in is Caleb's body on the ground, just kind of splattered open, ripped apart by gunfire.
Oh, tough break, lad. Tough break.
As you make your way in, you see a furry arm that probably belonged to Ren Marn. You see, Butch is still relatively intact. She's
But dead?
laying out on the ground, completely full of bullet holes. Sonora has kind of a large piece of shrapnel through the side of her neck. She's kind of slumped over on the console. And then you find, the bodies of... You find the body of Grealish. You do not see any sign of Conathor.
I'm gonna radio the team. No eyes on Conathor. Be alert.
Is the vehicle around? The APC?
Nope.
Bastard.
That was his team. All right. He's still out there.
We need to pretend to be distressed. Oh my god, what happened here? Oh.
I bet he
He's
didn't
still
really
out
care
there. We just pissed off. We have a pissed off war veteran out there.
Reggie's just trying to be like, just in case there's any recording of this. He's like, pretending like he's distressed, like, oh my god.
Yeah, well,
You doing that just made me think of Kermit.
So the group of you are a little surprised at which the sincerity of which Reggie is expressing the shock and grief of what just happened. Almost to the level where it feels sociopathic.
I mean, I'm looting a corpse of a woman I was attracted to about 6 hours ago, so
Sure.
I'm not one to judge.
Okay. Reggie, as you get in there, the equipment is damaged, but it's definitely repairable and salvageable.
Heck.
So, it'd probably take a couple hours of work, but you could repair it and reasonably send a message out to Slate.
The beast was a distraction while something else came and took out their whole crew.
The gunfire.
Yeah.
Like this when we found it.
That's what it seems like, that they lured all their big guns away and then attacked.
Crazy, I tell you.
Are you getting your stories together?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
what's
Yes,
going to
we're
be written in the report.
Okay. So, yeah, couple hours go by. You...
Shrek's gonna let everyone know to, keep cover. Don't have your head sticking out of whatever window's left over.
I mean, I say we send the message and
Send the
head into the woods
message,
a little
but
bit.
send the message. Conthor's still out there, and he is a fucking war veteran. We
Yeah.
just let a Stallone character. We just let a Stallone or Schwarzenegger character go alone in the woods. Pissed at us.
Blood.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, well, if he comes back and sees us, he's gonna be pissed.
Why? We just went after tried to lure the beast away, and then something else.
He doesn't care about his team, though. The only thing he cares about is the vehicle. That's in his file. That's in his personnel file. That he doesn't really care about the team. He was really just a solo.
That is true. But Reggie, considering your knowledge and your understanding of people, you also have enough knowledge to know that he is probably going to know that attack came from a Slay Industries craft, and that you were not there. And he was never told about the Vevifons. As far as he knows, you're the only other Slay presence on this planet.
He's going to want to see us again. If he sees us, he's going to want to interact with us, and probably violently. But he's a known team killer.
Yes.
Do I find Butch's guns?
Yeah, you find Butch's sniper cannon. It is destroyed. Everything else is just kind of like basic level, like hunting rifles, standard issue Slay shit.
Well, I mean, that's more standard issue Slay ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Can't have gravy on my bloody potatoes.
Okay, should we set up base here, or should we grab what supplies we can and get?
First, what's the message you're sending back?
base taken out.
Yeah.
Base
Mysterious
destroyed.
attack on the base. Need to be extracted ASAP. Planet's too dangerous.
Okay. Okay, so you set up that message, then what do you do?
I don't think we should necessarily stay here.
It's not by that. We can see if they're landing, but
Start scavenging for food in the base.
Yeah.
yeah, scavenge what supplies we can.
I mean, they do have a bunch of like MREs and shit, so we have food. Doesn't
You
taste
can
good,
just
but
stay in the base, but be on high alert.
Okay. So you're staying there and just kind of keeping a low profile and keeping your head down.
Yep.
Okay.
Because that's probably the safest for when it comes, and if the Cathani come for some reason, you can be like, "Yo, we protected your ship."
Okay. All right. So you lay low. So you kind of go through the following few days, and you after a few days of laying low, you when you kind of go back, you do get a response back from Slay Industries. It says, extraction team estimated arrival 14 days.
few weeks. Hey. Paul.
Yep.
In my further scavenging, do I find armor that fits a human-shaped individual like myself?
No, the armor there has either been blown to pieces or doesn't fit. I mean, like, again, armor is not generally like you grab it from another person and put it on. Like, it's custom built and fit and tailored for you. And like, yeah, you could kind of like put it on, but it's gonna like, it's meant to kind of go together and seal tightly and fit like exactly correctly to not give any gaps or anything like that.
Yeah.
And be like, you gotta buy new shit.
Yep. Oh. Okay. Or Shrek's just gonna maintain his Vietnam aesthetic. He's totally rocking.
Go ahead.
Never mind. I was gonna say that you can make yourself look beat up, so at least it looks like we struggled, but just in case he came back.
Click Archer, any thoughts, discussions, anything like that? You guys have been kind of quiet.
I mean, honestly, I think we should, once we get back, if we get back, we should tell Slay what we found, because it's still worth a lot. And also, like, if they find out we are withholding the information, we're all gonna die.
Oh yeah, we're definitely
we're
going to tell them about the
lucky, we're
Vivitrons.
gonna
You know
die.
how much reward we could get for talking about the Vivitrons? We'll
and
just say that we just won't tell them we interacted with them.
And I know that the Shakhtar doesn't really care about anything else, but that may motivate him to not kill us if we cut him in. Maybe, I don't know. Seems worth a while to try that.
How do we explain that? How we know that it was them?
We don't know it's them. We just saw a Slay ship attack, so we assume it's them.
A really old Slay ship.
We had rumors from the locals about them.
Right, so the rumors from the locals would be the part that we would have to mention, because otherwise we wouldn't just automatically assume Vivathons, right? Because it's not like it's some old ship would have to be that.
He may not even know what they are.
Yeah. Like, the only way we would assume it was that is because we heard the locals talking about it somehow, or heard them mention it.
Maybe we could
And
have
we'd
heard
have-
them
guess
mention
we'd
it
have
after
to-
the fact.
After, yeah. I'll start typing up a report that makes sense with that information.
Here's the timeline. We
Yeah.
we originally got attacked by the locals and all that stuff. That all follows our story that is in our report. The big beastie thing came. We realized that it was communicating with the flesh. We ran because it could completely destroy thing. And then, wow, we need to make it so that it's not with slaves.
Well, you know what though? No. So I did sort of tell them about the Vivathons.
Yeah, you did.
It's just a matter of I don't know. So, but we didn't
We had heard
necessarily.
about the Vivathons.
There's nothing to suggest that we actually worked with them. You know what I
That
mean?
got
So,
Right.
like,
that got intercepted
we heard
by.
word of them, but we
Yeah.
didn't.
We heard word of them, and we assumed seeing a slave ship attack our thing that they're working with the locals, and that they're
Your
still
message.
here.
Your message probably got intercepted and was not received by Slay because they knew about it. And if they could prevent it from getting all the way to its destination, they would have. Maybe they didn't, but I assume that they probably, if they could, they would. Right? Because they knew about the message.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll know when we get picked up.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Getting our story straight, yeah, we heard from the locals about Vivitrons. We thought it was, we sent it hidden the message because we didn't trust Grealish. All true. And the only thing is different is we didn't talk to them when we got lured out by the attack of the big beast. We threw the thing in the river, ran away, and as we were coming back, we saw a ship attack the base. So we think maybe they can control the big beast or something like that. We don't even need that. They just used it as an opportunity when we were away. They took out the base.
That
Yeah.
worked.
I will type up a report that's like that and have it prepared. I guess if I could.
Okay. Does anybody have any survival skill or anything like that?
I do.
I do.
Okay. Somebody give me a survival check so y'all don't starve to death in the next 2 weeks.
I not only have that, but I have like actual rations that I brought with me for this very fucking occasion.
Yeah. Gonna use my luck.
Oops. I have a week's worth of rations,
Okay.
but on top of whatever we can scavenge and shit.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
Okay. All right. So in the time of waiting,
I mean, I just have some knowledge.
do you have
Like
survival?
knowledge about botany and stuff. No, not survival.
No.
Just the knowledge of botany.
Zoology
Yeah.
and botany,
but-
yeah.
You know you're starving. Yeah, it's
We can eat the bodies.
it's a pretty rough 2 weeks. You know, you come out of it extremely hungry, withdrawing in for Shrek's case.
Well, in my withdrawals, I probably might have cannibalized a corpse at this rate.
We know we can eat the little lizards.
Oh God!
We're all
I just thought of
radiated with
I just
heaven.
thought of something horrible.
Well,
We're all
those first
glowing.
things were like large dog-sized, right?
Yeah.
So if we catch something smaller, stands to reason less.
Yeah, with those survival rolls, you ain't catching anything.
Nope.
Well, yeah.
You subsist off your rations, which you have, and then after that, like I said, it's you kind of do one of those things of like, fuck, I thought we had 3 more days of food, and then everything is gone. So by the time the extraction team gets there, you're all pretty sick. You're all pretty emaciated. You're not dying of thirst. Just
another Tuesday night for me.
You're not dying of thirst because there's plenty of water here that's drinkable, at least you think. But yeah, it's pretty bad. But the like a kind of crew comes down, they're like get you on the ship. They show you all the clearances. They run you through, like, they're fucking legit. Like, they are from Slay Industries. They were sent here based on they give you back your message, you know, like, whatever. And then they get you on it to get you out of there. So, like, the 5 of you are sitting on this extraction ship, getting ready to leave this godforsaken place for good. You say anything, do anything?
Y'all got any food?
It's like, yeah, we do. You know, they get you meals. You know, they give you food and water
Great.
and, you know, warm you up and whatnot. Patch, you're actually probably pretty okay. You know, because your death suit kind of subsists you. Like you're not feeling great, but you're in better shape.
Yeah.
Than probably most of the other people here.
Between starving, withdrawals, and being a lean guy as it is,
For Shrek is far and away the worst. At this point.
Yeah, he probably looks like a corpse at some point, sleeping until like someone tries to like poke him.
Okay. So you know, like they get you on, and then one of them calls the others. Like, it's like, all right, we have all the we have the team members. You know, all the team members reported, situated. Guy says, understood. He's like, all right, go through the camp and see what you can get in terms of surveillance records, equipment, things like that. Understood. He kind of goes off and goes back down.
And Reggie's performance. Good.
So they spend like probably an hour or so kind of going through the place. You know, as they're, you know, they kind of like bring on some crates of things, the computers, like whatever equipment they could kind of salvage back together. And then you notice one of them carrying like a small, like wheeled drone back into there, which you recognize as one of the ones that they kind of sent out to do like scouting and reconnaissance in the past. They kind of all put him in a locker, lock him up, and then the leader of the crew is like, all right, let's get out of here. He's like, sit tight, we're getting you home.
I just assume for Shrek makes that noise anyways, regularly.
I take like a shiny rock that I would have found as a souvenir.
All right, so you know, the time goes by. You make your way back to Mort Central. You turn in. You know, you kind of get back. You turn in the BPN. But you know, when you kind of check for the account, when you check for the increase, you don't see anything for a little bit. It's been about a day. You're all kind of still just trying to get back on your fucking feet and recover. You go to the medical crew, like you're within a day of kind of, you know, Evans patching you up and, you know, getting stuff back into you, like you feel pretty okay. The next day when you all wake up, your phone buzzes.
I look at my phone.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
go.
Do you see the note for Shrek?
Oh, there's a note. Shit.
Cloak Division.
Oh, Cloak Division. Those guys.
We'll end it here for tonight.
We're in trouble.
Our
I wish
friends.
it was a bunch of
We're
frogs.
not necessarily in trouble.
And it was Croak Division. That would have been way funnier.
They just
Bill, it might still be Croak Division. Don't worry.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, it was just misspelled because they can't get anything right apparently.
All right. So yeah, we'll end it here. Take 2 experience points. Does anybody want to nominate someone for a third?
Archie.
Yeah.
Like is it hot potatoed?
Yes.
Was what was it? There were a lot of good rolls tonight.
Oh
Yeah, my diplomacy with all the 20s.
Mhm.
That was insane.
Nat 20 in a D10 system? Come on.
Best roll in Lay version 2 history, right there.
I mean, certainly for this group, I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's an unbelievably high roll. That was really not a way you could have negotiated out of that beyond a roll like that. So that was, yeah, that one was pretty important.
I saved us from the Vivathons killing us. Or trying to, anyway.
Yeah, you saved
They-
yourselves.
Yeah, they
Not
probably
about
took
Sonora
kill.
dying, but the rest of them, whatever.
I was gonna
All
shoot.
I
Well,
can think of is that
Catathor's
scene
still
from
out there.
Beetlejuice whenever you say Sonora. The one where they're dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shake, shake, shake,
Yeah.
Sonora.
I mean,
Yeah.
Catathor's still out there somewhere, right? Potentially.
That's all I can think of. So that's
I'm just
Potentially,
driving
yeah.
around.
You're
He's
just
gonna
driving
Mad
around
Max
the
that
planet.
place.
Yeah.
No. It's gonna be
He's
like
coming back with an army of indigenous abusers that are gonna kill everyone.
no. It's gonna be like 8 sessions down the road. One of us is gonna get into a cab, and Conifor is gonna be the driver.
Oh no.
You know, I've never played in an evil campaign before. This is fun.
Isn't
Did
that
a
Yeah.
Technically,
Killed the colonizers. How is that
the
evil?
line of evil?
We are all
Technically,
super evil right
Yeah.
we didn't do anything. We didn't kill them, so.
We actually
That's what the evil person says to themselves.
Wow,
So they can
that is the
leave.
lawful evil person right there.
Yeah.
We found the
I
lawful
didn't
evil
do
person in the group.
anything. I just drove the train. I
I
don't know where the train's going.
I mean, it was sort of like they were going to do that anyway, it seemed. So...
I mean, we could have
I mean,
died
yeah.
trying to stop them as the alternative there, I think.
I mean,
In Fern Gully, when we took out the big machine that was going to destroy the rainforest. That's not evil.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, what we did to the research team was pretty fucking evil.
They were pretty dirty,
Dicks.
yeah.
I mean, they weren't nice, good people. It's not like they
Neither
killed-
are you.
They weren't
It's
bad
not like
people,
they killed babies, but what we did to them was fucked up.
Yeah, they weren't bad or outwardly evil to us, except when we challenged the Shakhtar and he was mad about it. But
Yeah. Just
I
just-
don't really understand how the Vivathons would have not known where they.
They didn't. They probably just didn't have very good scanners on their old ship or something.
And also, the Vevifons would not have ever wanted to get near that place.
Yeah.
Even if the Cathani kind of told them where it was, it's still, like, they're not speaking the same language. It's still difficult. Like, they needed, they needed someone to kind of point them in the right direction, and they didn't really have time to spend 30 minutes sweeping around above because this fucking monster was stomping around. It would have just picked them out of the air.
I'm waiting for cab driver Condor to come for us.
He does like vehicles.
This was a fucked up game, more so than I would have anticipated.
Do you feel dirty? I do.
I mean, I'm surprised. Maybe I shouldn't be.
It's gonna get worse.
Hi, yeah.
Glad.
I honestly,
Okay.
for me, it was just I was kind of confused by what was going on, and I didn't know what our options were. I was like, it's.
So Patch was the first one to just outright suggest killing them. Had you?
Yeah, Patch is the one who gave away the location.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
I mean, I'm
still
glad,
trying to
like,
save the planet a little bit. Like,
I'm glad our characters aren't so far gone that we actually ate the bodies, like I was joking about.
I mean, honestly, it didn't seem like there was any option where we didn't do something bad
Yeah.
to
you,
someone.
you could have
somehow.
fought him. Like there
yeah, but
was
then the
three
planet
of
would have been
them.
strip mined.
we could have died trying, yeah.
Like, my idea was fight them and then still kill all the researchers, but to stop the planet from being strip
I mean,
mined.
that's it too.
This way, we've got a bargaining because we can like talk with Slay and be like, we kind of know where the Vivitrons are, and if they're not lying about where they're going.
And we definitely know what's on that fucking planet, so there's that.
We'll
Oh,
be
close
Well,
the
that's the
bit.
thing is like, if we had killed the Vivithons or whatever, but then we're still potentially bringing Slay to this planet to kill off all those Cathani.
Fucking.
It's like whatever we did, somehow something.
True.
No one's gonna, you know, someone's gonna.
I mean,
end
it
up
was
being-
like a literal trolley problem. Like,
Yeah.
do you kill these 6 people to help save potentially the rest, or do you just let nature take its course and then you didn't actively kill anybody?
And then we get what we want, or we get back. We get maybe paid a whole bunch of money, and we don't die.
I mean, Cloak Division wants to see it, so we're either about to make a lot of money, or we're going to, yeah.
I mean, I'll take the hush money. It'll be fun.
Squad's alive. Nobody's hurt.
That's
Yeah, I mean, we completed a mission without losing a teammate. I call that a win.
that's a big
It
win,
is.
considering the last
Yeah.
campaign.
1 for 2 or 1 for 3.
Yeah, 1 for 3, 1 for 3.
You did more because a lot of those ones were individual VPNs. It wasn't like a single thing. Oh man, that is funny.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
So, are we okay for next week for everybody to deal with the consequences of their actions? Okay.
Absolutely. I can't wait to be tried as a war criminal.
I highly doubt that's
Although-
gonna.
Yeah, in this setting, war crimes is like, you know.
You mean war hero?
We don't
really.
know that. We don't know that we're in trouble necessarily. They just maybe they know that we know about the Vivithons.
I don't
If
see
the
how we
C-
would be in trouble
If
for
the
that.
CIA texted your phone in a morning, would you be excited
we've
for that
talked to-
meeting?
No, we've talked to Cloak Division before about like Creep and Jenny and stuff, and that wasn't like bad. We didn't do anything wrong.
No, you
Okay.
talked to Cloak Division when you guys were set up for bombing a building.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah. So like,
Oh yeah, we're already on the fucking short list of crazy potential Dark Knight
but they
operatives.
knew
Never
that
mind,
we
we're
didn't
fucked.
do it.
Right, they knew that you didn't do it then.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You did this.
Oh, we did this.
They
All
don't
right.
know that.
I guess that's what we'll find out next week.
First they can do kill our family.
Oh, I
I
think
wish
one
they
of-
would.
Rotarians
wish
are
they would.
notoriously bad liars, just so you know. So.
I mean,
that's where
Reggie's
RC
still hoping someone assassinates his parents. I mean, it's.
or wrench. Is it?
I mean,
or
it is.
Rotari-
This is
or
lawful,
Wrench, right? I guess.
very clearly lawful evil. Like, expressly lawful evil is Reggie. I mean, I think we've very,
Reggie hates his parents.
very
lawful
blatantly
Batman,
established
it's
this
fine.
at this point.
Lawful
fuck.
Batman.
Well, I like to think of it as chaotic neutral.
No, it's lawful
No.
evil. Sorry.
No, you are not chaotic. Number one, like
I would say for Shrek is closer to chaotic neutral than.
Yeah.
yes,
Becoming more
It's
chaotic, over
chaotic for
time.
sure.
I mean, no,
So,
Reggie's the definition of lawful. Like he follows the book.
you make plans.
Yeah.
You're meticulous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
you're
okay.
precise.
Chaos. Writing all the reports, chaos guy.
Yeah. If there's one thing that chaotic.
I'm not gonna spell check before I submit this.
Yes. That's what he's striving to be more.
Yep.
I was short for time last week and didn't spell check any of my notes for work, and now I'm reading them a week later. I'm like, I shoulda.
That happens to me too, and I'm writing my notes and it autocorrects something, and later I'm like, wow, I didn't
We're-
read that.
We don't even have autocorrect. We have to go through and manually spell check everything. But I was like overwhelmed, or 2 weeks ago, I think it was. I was just overwhelmed and just like submitting them at the end of the day, and now I'm going back. I'm like, some
Ironically, that's
Medicaid
literally,
coordinator is going to think like, oh, someone's going to be reviewing it and be like, oh, this guy can't read. Why is he treating people?
that's literally what I need to do after this is finish up and submit notes. That's what I was literally just looking
You will
at.
never finish notes. The notes are always there.
It's true. Notes
Um,
are perpetual, always.
You'll get caught up, and then you'll have like 6 sessions where you can't do notes.
All right, my lovelies. Well, interesting game. I'll see all y'all next week.
So the question
See
is,
you
do we
in-
try to be better,
you
or
in
do we
hell,
lean into
everyone.
the
Was that Perry?
The question is, do we try to be better, or do we lean into the evil thing?
That's a good
I
question.
told you, Orentians are
Reggie's-
terrible liars.
Reggie's
That's all I
still
have to say.
Reggie's still not seeing it as evil. He's seeing it as we did what we had to do.
Yeah, we
There
absolutely.
was no
And they
stopping.
blew
I
up
tried
the-
to stop
at the very
him,
least.
and
I mean, like, I'm not saying. I was like, I'm not. I was. You know, we were set up to do something fucked up. There was no way we were leaving that planet without sinning.
True.
When the avatars
Right, that's what I'm
attacked the
saying.
research facility, were they evil? No.
right, like we either sentence the Kathani to death, kill the research people, or
Yeah.
I mean, either way, somehow we did something.
I mean, yeah.
Or we die, or we let ourselves get killed off by everything.
Yeah, we weren't dying, so we had to fuck someone. We decided to fuck the researchers.
All right.
If given the chance, I'm sure they would have done the same to us.
Absolutely.
They're so much
Grit.
nicer than y'all were, just so you know.
Oh yeah.
They had their
yeah.
problems, but like y'all really spun up the yarn of like, oh, these guys are out to kill us.
Well.
Like, no, they're not.
I started it.
Yeah.
Everyone's always out to kill us at Slay Industries. That's the takeaway here.
They shouldn't have been rude to us.
I mean,
when
can
they
you
did.
blame us? We were traumatized. We all have PTSD from all the stuff that
We need some for-profit counseling.
Yeah.
Over
I had
Yes.
PTSD, so I blew up that school.
here.
Wait. You guys are just now getting PTSD? You start with PTSD?
I had
You
a
can do
dream
that?
in my brain.
Y'all gotta see some for-profit grief counselors. That's what y'all need to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Archie is like, whoa, this is getting heavy, man. This is his first mission. He's like,
Oh yeah.
yo, I just wanted to fight some Carrions and kill the bad guys. What the fuck?
You are the bad guys now.
Shit. Alright.
All right. I'll see y'all next week.
Later.
All right.
Bye bye.